So the Sony FX30 has already been out for 2 years, and if you're still debating whether or not this camera is right for you, I'm going to show you 5 different use cases for this camera, things like YouTube videos, podcasting, live streaming, and more that will help you decide if the FX30 is the right fit.
You gotta just press record.
So let's start with what we call YouTube talking head style videos. This is the most common format you're going to see for YouTube content, where you basically lock off the camera in a stationary position and deliver content to the camera just like I'm doing right now. I'm using the FX30 to record this video in a talking head YouTube style environment. In terms of image quality, the FX30 is amazing. Images are super sharp, the colors are rich and vibrant, and you get Sony's latest color science as well. So that's that 10-bit color sensor, and images just look so good. With that, you're going to get a lot of 4K resolution options and different codecs, which will give you up to 120 frames per second shooting in 4K. So that's going to give you plenty of 4K options. There's also a lot of 1080p resolutions as well if you're somebody who prefers to shoot in 1080p. The FX30 also features what's known as an APS-C or a crop sensor camera. So this is just a smaller sensor than a full frame camera would be, but even still, you're going to get outstanding image quality. To make talking head videos even easier, the FX30 does have a nice flip out screen, which just gives you the ability to monitor your video signal really easily without having to plug in your camera to an external monitoring device like a computer screen or a camera monitor. So we love that flip out screen. It makes recording so much easier. Now for talking head videos like this one, autofocus is so important because I don't want to have to sit here thinking about my autofocus. I know with the FX30, the focusing is so good that if I lean forward, if I lean backward, if I go left and right, it will never miss focus because of its wonderful eye autofocus tracking capabilities. So you just want to make sure that whatever camera you get, whether it's the FX30 or a different camera, it has great autofocus, and this camera absolutely does. For talking head videos, you obviously also need audio because that's the talking portion of the talking head video. And the FX30 has a great mic jack input for 3.5mm shotgun style microphones or even wireless microphone systems. And then you can adapt an audio top handle, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. The FX30 also features a full-size HDMI. So this is going to be really helpful for sending your video signal to different devices if you want to view your image on a larger display. So something you should know about APS-C size cameras are that a lot of those cameras are a lot more compact and smaller, and because of this, these camera bodies that are typically smaller will have a micro or a mini HDMI port. So these ports are just a little bit less reliable than a full-size HDMI, and you have to carry around a special cable or adapters to plug in a standard HDMI cable. But that's not the case with the FX30. The FX30 is a little bit of a beefier build, and with that comes the ability to put a full-size HDMI port in the camera. So this is going to be super helpful when trying to send your video signal somewhere. Overall, filming talking head style videos with the FX30 is a breeze. I'm doing it right now, and I actually do it all of the time in my studio. I love this camera for talking head videos. Now, what about for those of you who like to vlog and take your camera away from a studio space and get outdoors and get outside and vlog with whatever camera you have? Well, the FX30 is actually a really great vlogging camera that most people don't think of when they start to think of great vlogging cameras, but this one is actually really amazing. First and foremost, because of its built-in image stabilization. So the stabilization in this camera is world class. And when you pair this in-body image stabilization, even with active track 2, so you can pair that with software stabilization as well. And if you pair this with a wider lens for vlogging, something around 10mm or 16mm, that's going to give you a really nice field of view for your vlog situations. Now, the body design of the FX30 for vloggers is actually still going to be really compact, even though it's part of Sony's cinema line of cameras. So with the FX30, you're not going to have a viewfinder. So some people might miss the viewfinder, but for those of you who don't want it, viewfinders do add a lot of weight and bulk to the camera. So if you don't need it, then it actually really cuts down on the size of the camera. With this, obviously, you also get the flip out screen too that we mentioned, and that's going to make vlogging really easy. The one thing about vlogging with this camera is you have to remember that it is an APS-C size sensor. So that means you need to put wider lenses on your camera to compensate for the smaller sensor size that these cameras have. So you need to put on like a 10mm to 16mm. Somewhere in that range is going to be ideal for vlogging with the FX30. Now, one of our favorite content formats here at Think Media has been podcasting. We love the ability to go more in depth in a longer form discussion with guests, or even just go solo on a long form podcast episode. And so in order to have a camera that's able to record for long run times, it needs to be able to do a few things. First of all, it needs to be able to dissipate or get rid of heat really effectively. And that's where the built-in cooling fan of the FX30 comes in. So this is actually Sony's only APS-C camera that has a built-in fan. to ensure that your camera's not going to overheat for longer record times. This means that there's really going to be effectively no record limit when you shoot with the FX30. There really is no built-in record limit to the camera already. Like some older Sony cameras have a 30-minute record limit or a 1-hour record limit. The FX30 does not have this at all. And with the cooling fan, you're not going to really run into any overheating issues. The other piece for podcasting is you obviously need to have good audio if you're running a podcast. And what's really cool about the FX30 and the FX30 is you have the ability to attach the XLR top handle that actually comes with the FX3. But for the FX30, if you pay an additional $400, you can get this really high quality professional XLR handle that allows you to run 2 XLR inputs into the FX30 natively to run a 2-person podcast. We love taking this FX30 with us on the road if we're going to go to a conference or something and we only want to use one camera, but we want the ability to plug 2 really high quality XLR microphones into a camera directly. We'll take the FX30 with us or an FX3 to have a portable studio podcast, which is really awesome. And for podcasters out there, I have to reiterate, autofocus is so important, and you just can't understate the awesome autofocus tracking and eye autofocus tracking that the FX30 has to just give you that peace of mind that you don't have to monitor all your tech. You can be like a one-man or one-woman show, set up your cameras, tap the screen to make sure that it's focusing on your eye for your podcast, and you can just forget about it. So by far, the FX30 is one of our favorite cameras for podcasting, especially at that $1,800 price point that it comes at. Now, a similar format to podcasting would be live streaming. So these are more long form conversational pieces, and even some podcasts will record their podcasts in a live stream format so that they don't have to edit their podcasts after the fact. But a couple of key pieces that the FX30 has for live streamers out there would be, first and foremost, it does have the ability for USB-C streaming. So you can plug a USB-C cable into your camera and then plug that directly into your computer and begin live streaming from the USB-C port. You can do this up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, or weirdly 4K up to 15 frames per second, which is super weird. So basically it's not really a 4K streaming camera from USB-C, but you can get 4K at a bunch of different frame rates if you just use an HDMI capture card. So an HDMI capture card is a little device that converts your video signal from your HDMI port from your camera into a recognizable video feed for your computer device. So that's a great option to get 4K more reliably out of the FX30. And then of course, we also have that built-in fan that's going to be great for longer streams. And then finally, what about people who want to do professional video production work, like filmmakers who want to use the Sony FX30 for all of their content production needs? Well, as somebody who's worked as a video professional for 10 years now, the FX30 is such a capable camera for many reasons that we've already talked about. But a few that I will mention is you don't just get 4K video resolutions, you also get some different codecs that are like H.265, which is going to be a more high efficiency codec for smaller file sizes. So that's really helpful. Or you can go super uncompressed with the all intra codec. So these are great video formats for professionals who just need that variety of file types. This camera also has what's called dual base ISO. So those ISO values in this camera are 800 and 2500. So when you're shooting in the flat color profile S-Log3, if you want to color grade your footage, those two ISO values at 800 and 2500 are going to give you really clean images and a really great dynamic range performance. If you don't really have a use for that, that's totally fine. But for those of you who might want to grow into more professional production work or color grading in the future, just know this camera has a lot of flexibility for shooting at higher ISOs and still getting pretty good color results. And then finally, what about people who want to do professional video production work, like filmmakers who want to use the Sony FX30 for all of their content production needs? Now for professionals, this also is the same body design as the FX3. And with that, you're going to get 1/4-inch threads all over the body for rigging up your camera in different ways. So you can add some cages to the camera, or maybe a monitor device, or different arms for mounting different things like microphones to, or wireless transmitters. So this body design is meant for professionals and rigging up this camera for different cinema rigs. So not only is this camera really great for YouTubers and content creators, it's also great for video professionals or people who want to maybe do both in the future. And that's been me. My background and my history is working in full-time production, but also making YouTube content. So I use this camera for both purposes. Now, if you need a couple of good lens recommendations to pair with the Sony FX30, the first one would be what I'm recording this video video on right now. It's the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. This is an outstanding lens to get you really good image results and gives you pretty good depth of field with that 1.4 aperture that it's able to shoot at, which also lets in a lot of light for lower light situations. So we love this lens. We've talked about it a ton on Think Media over the years, and we'll link it down in the description below. We also love the Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8 lens, and it's great to have that constant aperture so that when you zoom in and out, your camera lens is not going to change any, and it's not going to cut out any light from hitting the sensor. It's just going to maintain that 2.8 aperture. And another lens that I love that's actually a full frame lens is the Viltrox 20mm f2.8 lens. And this lens is only like $170 new, which is wild for a lens that's super affordable, and it's a great lens that you can use for the FX30, but you could also use that same lens with any full frame cameras that you might pick up in the future. So I hope you can tell that the FX30 is a really versatile camera. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife where it's able to do some professional video production work, also some vlogging and YouTube videos. It really is just all around a great video camera. Now, if you want to check out how the Sony FX30 stacks up against a $25,000 camera, you should check out this video right here on screen that we did comparing the FX30 to the Sony Burano. It's a crazy video. You can check it out right here, and we'll see you in the next video.